Hey, everybody. Billy Tucci here, waiting for Fanboy Blevins to join me. I'm sitting here packing away a whole bunch of stretch goal rewards that me and my boys, Rock and Damo, were doing all weekend, little stretch goal packs. Busy, crazy day, and, well, I got to get done. I got to do, if I can get 100 of them done tonight in the next hour, maybe we'll go on for an hour. Old Bean. Hello, Old Bean.
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm okay.
I can hear you. You got a lag.
Oh, do I? Let me see if I can't quit out of the other thing.
Okay, come right back. Yeah.
How about now?
No, I don't. Wait, say again.
How about now?
Yes, there is a bit of a lag.
I will rejoin.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's add to the chat. Good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. Fly Fox. Is this the new Halo 2 game? The Canuck, how's it going, eh? Simeon, good to see you too. Mob Seat, good to see you. It's good to see everybody. Let's see. Old Bean is back. Hello, Old Bean.
How about now? Still
A
lagging?
little bit of, but it's all right. What the heck? Who cares?
That's a little weird. Maybe I'm lagging in real life.
I hear you, my friend.
Mr. Blevins.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, Doctor.
How's it going, Doctor?
Dr. Blevins. Dr. Blevins.
Doctor.
Dr. Fine,
Doctor.
Dr. Howard, Dr.
Doctor.
Fine. No, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard.
There you go. Here you go. Look.
That's nice.
So I'm sitting here fulfilling Old Bean, packing up these little.
Is it very fulfilling?
It is fulfilling. It's really cool, actually. So basically, the pack ends up like this. We have the bubble wrap, and then I have my She Return of the Warrior, which I signed about 2,500 of them.
I saw your post with the Rock and Damo.
Yeah.
About this earlier, and it looked like they were doing quite a bit of work.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm going to do is you take the books, you put the book in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did over 1,000 of them. So.
And you mentioned earlier when we spoke earlier today that you had signed 2,500 books.
Yes.
I'm certain that your signature was excellent by the end.
I know, right? So I'm doing trading cards now. So basically we have 9 steps if anyone saw my video today, because we have 9 trading cards, stickers, and a patch. Right, nice. Yeah. So I'm heading down. So going down the line here of all our trading cards. And I figure while I have to do it, let's see what I missed this weekend, because I've been kind of listening to Simon Garfunkel, Pat Benatar, Dean Martin, whose birthday is today. Happy birthday, you know.
Good old Dean Martin.
Yeah. So then we pack them all together like that. It goes in a comic arc bag.
Well, I can tell you that I am getting a one of those 9 card holder pages for my cards, even though there's only 8 of them.
Well, there is 9 cards, but this is an extra long card.
Yeah, which just makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense, but it's a bookmark card.
You can put it in the bottom middle slot, and it'll just go all the way up.
Yes, it's very disturbing.
Well, you put it in,
or
it's
unique. It's unique.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's not disturbing. It's unique.
Disturbing.
What's up, Canuck? Yeah, I put my headphones on and it knocked my hair all over the place.
Yeah, what was funny while you were doing that is the top of your head was disappearing into the virtual background. It was actually very funny looking.
Yes. Hey, can I add the background? Oh, I don't have my green screen up, so I can't. Because I just here's where I'm at. So we have all these. This is what I've been doing. Tons and tons of stuff. So I'm sitting here in the office. You know, the city never sleeps, and neither do self-publishers, right, guys? So you gotta.
I'm gonna take your word for it, because I wouldn't know.
I thought it was Elf Publishers. That just screws up everything.
Thank you. Well, I wish I could use some Elf Publishers. That would be great. Hermie, what are you doing?
Hey, we got Critical Blast on from earlier today.
Yeah.
He's in the chat saying what's up. He's saying happy birthday, Dino.
Yeah, what's up, Critical Blast? I had a good time at RJ. I was just, and I'm like, you know what? I'm sitting here, and I was fulfilling on his show too, because I just got to get these bad boys done, you know. So, what does it say? Hey, Billy, There was a sale for F4U Corsair 3.5 million. Wow, they've gone up because I think about 20 years ago, Corsairs are about $1 million, so they've really gone up. Old Bean, have your man get in touch with my man and let's buy that airplane.
You know, I believe that we've done a story about buying a Corsair, Billy.
Yes, we did. We made a film about it, and we will be having. Well, I have to get it to Niall so Niall can convert my hard drive to a YouTube video, and we're going to have a YouTube movie premiere.
A YouTube viewing party? Are
YouTube.
we going to do that when we kick off Hataro by any chance?
Oh, that could be. I think that would fit. I got to get to Niall. I'm not going to send Niall the hard drive of the original film, so I have to go see him.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to risk.
Go visit him.
I got to go visit.
Well, that seems all anti-COVID.
Yeah, or maybe I can get it. I can give it to Rock and Damo because they live right near him, and they can give it to him. They're coming back in a few weeks for stage two. Stage two. Yeah, stage 2 will be the Pure Line editions. Packing them up to ship out the Rough Cut edition. So if anyone ordered the Rough Cut edition, you'll be the first one to get your books.
I'm just going to state for the record. That I think if you showed up at Niall's house with the hard drive, like, he would probably appreciate that a lot.
Hey, I just want to say a little thing for Critical Blast for RJ. I had a great time on his show. RJ, if you don't mind, post your link into the comments and I'll share it. RJ's like 20, around 20. He was 25,
28 away from 1,000.
28 away from 1,000. So if you guys wouldn't mind coming on and checking out Critical Blast, great YouTube channel. We had a lot of fun, affable chat, if you will. And check out that. They got great content on their page. So if you guys could just go on once he posts the link in and go to it real quick or save it for later or pop over there, subscribe, and come back to me. You've got it, my friend. Renee, good to see you. Buddy Lord. Look at this. So we're getting the Canuck again. How's it going, A?
Hey, I actually know the Canuck.
You do?
I do, yes.
Is he from like Winnipeg or Vancouver, eh?
He's from Arkansas, eh?
Why is he called the Canuck if he's from Arkansas?
I don't know. He's from my
cultural
Kansas.
appropriation.
He's from my Kansas, not our Kansas. My
yes,
Kansas.
Mob C. Yes, Mob C. I am in charge of tech tonight, as I bag and board. Not bag and board. I bagged and board earlier as I put these little stretch goal packs. But
Billy,
I gotta do it.
You missed a card just then.
Did I? Don't say that. Oh my God.
That was splendid.
Horrible. Here's Critical Blast. Thank you, Heroinberg, our brother. Heroinberg, one of your fellows, old chum.
He was from Winnipeg, Billy.
He was.
Hey, all right.
Maybe you don't know him as well as you think you know him, Blevins.
And he moved there 12 years ago.
Well, I've known him for a minute, so I didn't ask him. I wasn't like, hey, A.
Oh, so you were just presuming.
Yeah, like I didn't see him like eating a bunch of ketchup sandwiches and stuff like that. Whatever else the typical Canadian does.
Yeah, drinking. What would be really weird is if he was drinking Foster's and having a Vegemite sandwich, calling himself.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty bad.
That would be crazy. So anyway, I'm going to share the screen. I have a couple of we've got 2 campaigns going. Got the She one. Thank you everyone for putting us up our Indiegogo over 106,000. Oh my gosh!
Can we stop and talk about that for just a second?
Sure, I'll share.
Since I'm very proud to be the editor of this book,
thank you.
I will tell you that the art we are getting in is just stunning. Billy, your layouts have just been incredible and full of energy. Probably some of the most kinetic stuff that you've done in quite a while.
I love penciling like that.
And I'm really looking forward to people seeing the layouts too, because they're going to get how much of you is in this art.
Yeah.
For years, you and I have talked about that if you had other people drawing She, it needs to feel like Billy Tucci drawing She. And we finally got there.
Yeah, and I love it, because I'm channeling my inner John Romita Jr. and Greg Capullo because my pencils are looking like theirs. And even if you ever see Mark Silvestri's pencils, I'm loving it because it's like you said. I feel it feels very kinetic to me as well. Because I fear that I have a tendency to overwork things. You know, my finals.
What's interesting about that is that in this case, you keep, I don't want to overstate it, but you keep simplifying. And I don't mean like you're dropping out line work or stuff like that. I just mean the compositions are very pure. There's parts of the book that are story dense in terms of story wise, and have a lot more panels per page than you normally do.
Yeah,
but they're working out brilliantly. And I think I honestly think it's an outgrowth of your work on Sergeant Rock, which is years in between the end of She and starting it back up.
Yeah.
But I think the influence is there. What do you think?
Yeah, I got to tell you that I learned a lot on Sergeant Rock just because of how dense the story was and how detailed it was. But it was also combat. All the combat veterans I spoke to, the only thing you see, it's what is in your immediate front and your peripheral vision. You know, it's not like you see the movies where they're shooting people 300 yards away. No, everything's around you, and it's so close quarters, so claustrophobic. Even if you're in a forest. You know,
have you talked? I mean, I'm sure you have, but have you talked to guys who were snipers?
I don't think so.
It's actually a little bit of a different perspective that you get from them, because to do their gig, they sort of have to, trust the guy they're with to be watching around them.
Yeah.
But really, they push their focus out.
Yeah. Hyper focus. Yeah. They have to be hyper focused.
And you can create some different scenes that way when you start thinking that way, as for me as a writer and for you as an artist, or a writer artist, dare we say. But what you're talking to people about average combat experience is exactly that. It is very immediate. Yeah. So do you feel like that's what you were applying to,
yes.
to those visuals?
Yes, that's how I was trying, because they were surrounded in a forest on all sides. And, danger was lurking around. I mean, they were sharing the same watering hole as the Germans. And actually, there's a scene, which is a real story, is a German actually popped, went to get water and got a little turned around and then jumped into a foxhole with an American, and they both fell asleep. And they woke up, and the American's like, with his gun in his face, like, "You're not my prisoner." And that's how they captured the German,
Wow.
Because he walked in and he went into the wrong foxhole and took a nap, and they were all sleeping.
I'd love to believe that wouldn't have happened to me, but
so, but anyway, yes. Let's see. Okay, so we could share. Let's share this with to my Twitter links, but YouTube doesn't make live stream advertising. Critical Blast, if you want to throw out your YouTube, RJ, if you want to throw out your YouTube link, please do, and hopefully you can get 1,000 subscribers today.
Just toss it out there, man.
Toss it out there, bro. Toss it out here. Let everybody see it.
We got some peoples that'll help out.
Yeah, we got the peeps, don't we, Glenn?
Help get you top of that 1K mark. What up?
Yeah, what up?
I don't know if you've seen this, but Billy got 2,149 backers. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can get you 28. You know what I'm saying? We can get you 28, all right?
You know what's amazing about that, Doctor, is that is just on Indiegogo. That's not even counting the ones on Kickstarter.
Yeah, we have an additional 1,009 on Kickstarter, and I am packing up all of these stretch goals for everybody.
That's just really great.
This is the least glamorous side of comics, isn't it? No one thinks about this. Tucci Trooper.
Is it the least glamorous, or is it the least glamorous, or the second to least glamorous?
Okay, what? Because I can think of the least glamorous. What's your least glamorous part?
Being a show handler for you at a convention.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I get to see it. Okay, I would say that's the second least glamorous. This is probably the third least glamorous. The least.
I'm gonna hide behind my name. Hide behind my name tag.
Is I have to drive my truck to Hot Flips to pick up all that stuff that finally came in.
I think that could very well be up there, Billy.
Yeah.
Or alternately, picking up shipping supplies, or going to the post office with all the shipping supplies and
Oh.
having everybody staring daggers in the back of your
You got to
head.
go to like 5 different post office, or they'll hate you.
They'll kill you.
Yeah,
You
Yes.
know,
Yeah, I broke
$100.
most of mine up over a week, and they would still groan when I came in.
now let me ask you this: when I was selling magic cards and stuff through eBay and stuff, and I would have like a massive deal where I'd have like, I know, granted, you have thousands that you have to be shipped, but I'd have like 200 packages that need to be shipped. Like, I was able to just call, the United States Postal Service, and they would send a truck by, and they would just pick it all up. Like,
Well, one would suggest that you're smarter than us.
Well, I was going to ask I wasn't saying that. I was asking
One
if there's
might
a difference
suggest
between. I was going to ask if there's a difference between that or what you guys are doing.
Well, part of the thing is the things have had different weights. Billy is getting to the point where he's shipping enough stuff that if he doesn't already have his own postage meter at home, he should be looking at that.
Oh yeah, we do. No, we do. Debbie bought.
And so if you're doing that, you probably ought to do what Brian's saying: do your postage at home and do it that way.
Because
we
up to a certain.
And call the guys out there. You do that.
Thank you. Colonize out. Nice.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, if you, all right. So what you're doing right now, packaging all that stuff up, and say average 2 books plus the other book, and it like there's going to be 1,000 packages that are all that same. Like, you get the weight for the one, and then you just add it in and just copy it for like 1,000 of them, and then just print all the labels and you just peel them off.
The problem is so many of them are different weights because so and so gets this package, so and so gets that package.
No. What I was saying is you keep all of those, you keep them together.
You group them.
Yeah, you group them in by
Debbie does. Yep, Debbie
that.
does it. It's just a lot. I mean, again, if you're going to have 2,000 packages going out,
I have a question.
It's and they're all in the Hot Flips mailers that we picked up. I got about I don't know.
I would like to say
there's 1,000 of them there.
I would like to say that you do an excellent job representing Hot Flips. They should be paying you.
They should be paying.
Agreed.
They got all my stuff at their warehouse right now.
Oh, so apparently that's what it is. They've got you held hostage.
Yes,
Billy, there's a statement here, not a question. A statement from Mob Seat.
Yeah,
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
It says Billy needs some more internet gas on this show, and I thought Brian and I could certainly supply that, but I don't really know what he's talking about.
Like hot air? I think I have enough hot air. I
mean, between the three of us, are you kidding?
I think it means some more energy, maybe, is what I'm thinking.
Well, this is not an energy program. This is a filling dead space program.
I want to say this is about as exciting as you could get packing books into a bubble mailer.
I'm not. No.
Nobody appreciates the simple pleasures anymore.
Yeah, they're like, man, I logged into the Pop XP show and they were just packaging bubble mailers.
Yeah, I mean, literally, we could use some like 1970s sitcom sound effects. Wah wah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Well, I was on EBS, and somebody pointed out that I just kept interrupting him. So I want to calm down. I want to speak slower. And I don't want to interrupt people anymore because that's just plain rude. Rude, I say.
I still haven't figured that out for TV. When I used to do a good number of radio interviews, like Fanboy Radio and stuff like that, that's how I learned not to interrupt because it makes really bad radio.
It does. Especially for those of us who have a face for radio.
Thank you.
Man, I had a nerd talk radio show on Saturdays here in Arkansas for about 2 months. Just getting on talking about nerd stuff.
Well, why don't you pick that up and have you guys? It's about time that you fellas have your own shows on the Pop XP channel.
Well, I did have the first special.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
It was extraordinary, a great success, an instant classic. If you will.
Apparently, Billy Heroenberg says that is a reference to the New Warriors comic, and I think that's sort of self-explanatory why I don't know that.
Oh, Internet Gas. Oh, so one of the
Gotcha.
characters. Yes, all right, Obi.
I got
One
it
of the
now.
characters. Yeah, he gets his powers from his uncle's experimental internet gas. True story.
This is the time it would flash
You
on
know,
the screen.
I gotta
Real
tell you,
story. Real story.
I've been spending, as you know, Billy, I've been spending the last couple of months putting together I'm a little better than halfway through putting together a run of the Milestone books from the mid 90s.
Oh, nice.
And I've been, some of the stuff I was a big fan of, Static was the first when Dwayne McDuffie and John Paul Leon and Robert Washington III and various other inkers were collaborating on the first 13 issues of Static. It was the best monthly superhero book on the stands. For me, Blood Syndicate, and I look at it now in hindsight, it's because they were switching artists every issue. They started with The Promise of Trevor Von Eden, and then were like all over the place for issues. So I'm trying to go back and give it another read because it felt really disjointed at the time. It had
and
great.
That's why I love, and OB, and I got to tell you, that's why I'm a big fan personally of one and done issues. And I know that wasn't a '90s thing. Still, it's still not a thing today. But that's
it's still not a thing today. I mean, go back and look at Jimmy and Justin on Jonah Hex.
Yep. And
they freaking proved how good that could be.
Yes. And just like all the old war comics, once in a while you make an event. Maybe the summer book is a two-parter.
Yeah.
But for the rest of that, let's speak of hot flips.
There you go.
What?
But I'm having a blast putting those things together. But I can tell you, my new comics reading and awareness has definitely suffered. And yeah, so be it. I'm having a blast with this stuff. I'm 5 issues shy of the complete run on Hardware.
Nice.
And a lot of great early Umberto Ramos stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It starts out with Dennis Cowan, of course, so that's pretty freaking spectacular.
Yeah.
And then it sort of jumps around a little bit, and then Umberto, and it's early. You can see him becoming the guy that we all fell in love with just months later.
Yeah.
But there's some killer stuff in there. I just eBayed from Canada 2 issues that'll complete another of my runs. And I definitely had to go outside the country,
Get some Canadian action.
And was very glad to get them. And so I'm having, I got another one in the mail today that completed another series. So I'm having some fun with that. Static will be a little bit harder because it's the most popular out of them, so they'll be the pricier ones, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
And just like the original Valiants, the last issues of these things apparently had lower print runs because the last issues are really pricey, which is weird.
Well, that's because Acclaim wasn't printing as many issues when they took.
Well, of course. Well, I mean that's real easy, Brian. When you look at what Acclaim was printing in the middle, they were printing hundreds of thousands.
Oh my
God! And by the last issues, the print runs are under 10,000.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
And they all got tossed in. When they went under, they all got tossed in quarter and 50-cent boxes. So they're not impossible to find, but try finding them in grade.
Oh,
and that's that. I mean, and the smart Valiant guys snapped them up a long time ago.
Absolutely.
So the Milestone thing is sort of similar with the last issues being pricey. They're not astronomical, but if you want to see what's astronomical, look at the trade paperbacks. They're like baseline $100.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I want to just say Critical Blast. He's asked me if I listen to the Shane Stacks out of Little Rock. Absolutely. I've been on the Shane Stack show a couple of times. I don't know if you're still in the chat. I just saw this. But yeah, I've been on there a couple of times, talked about some political stuff involving corruption in my city. But yeah, like Shane is a good dude. He usually has Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini come on the show Usually I thought it was like every week he had him on there, but yeah, I do watch that a lot. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
That's all good.
That's
Hey, let's
quite all right.
Can we go? I have another campaign going. It's Dynamite's campaign.
Oh,
Contributing
you
to
know
that I
what?
wrote.
You know what? Hang on. I want to say one more thing
Yeah.
about She, and we can come back to it too.
Yeah.
But I really want to say that as a guy who has written She and co-written She, that editing you and Mr. Peros is pretty darn easy because you guys are, I mean, all I'm doing is basically being tone and continuity cop, and that's it, because you guys are killing it on this. The scenes are spectacular. There's, you know, I love that we got to a point in the book and we said, you know, there's been a little bit of a lull here. We really need some action. And literally we were right at the scene where the action had to start. Just the feel of it is just, it's impeccable. And I think that you guys who are supporting this book are going to feel like it's, excuse me for using cliches, but Billy Tucci taken to the next level. It really is.
Super chat. Thank you.
Yeah, Charlie's London. God, Charlie's London is awesome.
Yes. Hey, guys. Can't stay long. 3 a.m. Oh, God, love you. But I just want to say I shilled Miss Sherry on a stream tonight. And it seemed to go up 5. Oh, thank you.
That's great, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Charlie's London is awesome.
Thank you for that. And thank you for the $5. Let's go visit.
That was £5, Billy.
£5 is way more than $5.
Yeah, £5.
Right.
That's right.
Tally ho.
Tally.
All right, I am going to go and I'm going to share a screen. So give me a second.
Now let's look at Miss Fury now.
Yeah. Chrome tab.
Hello.
Good evening, all. Lovely party.
Oh, yes, lovely party. All right, so Miss Fury is at over $34,000. Wow.
685%.
That is, I think I think from this morning when I wrote it down, we were over, I think we had a $2,000 day, or Dynamite did.
And
so thank each and every one of you out there.
And this is with 25 days to go.
Yes.
And I think that it would be probably prudent if at some point you would have put this in the comments, the link to this. But I think that everybody that ought to jump in on this if they see the art. It is just incredible.
It is.
And I also think the same thing that we always say on this channel: if you can't support it, share it around. That's how we spread the word on these things.
It's a great community, and I love the whole, but I also love that it's a business, my friend. Right, old chum? I mean, it's a business, but it doesn't hurt to share.
It's not called show art.
Right. But I love it that, you could say that people are competitors with one another and all, but share the projects. I love backing projects. I love doing, purchasing things for my friends. I know how much hard work it is. I mean, you see me here. It's now, after 10 p.m. at night, and I'm sitting here up in our little fulfillment office, I think
that's a really good example, because if people come out to a convention, back when we had conventions, if people come out to a convention and see you with a line of people at your table, think, oh, that guy just gets to draw stuff, and people line up and see him. And here we see the nitty gritty. Your packet. You picked it.
Yeah. Where are my kids? They're playing Halo or whatever. I'm the one sitting here.
They're not playing Halo, are they?
No, they're not playing Halo. They're playing. Well, Matthew had his cord taken away.
Oh.
Today, because he's got to get caught up with school, and tomorrow's the last day for new work, and he's got to get caught up. It's been very difficult, very hard on him, the whole thing.
So
he loves school.
Is it Fortnite, or is it like Call of Duty Warzone?
No, he's been playing a lot of Minecraft again. They rediscovered Minecraft. Him and all his friends, they're and they're building all these worlds and going to war with people, and pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
With this whole COVID thing and the stuff starting to reopen, particularly here in New York City. I know a lot of the countries ahead of us, in many ways. But
Thank you. Thank you.
You heard about the huge turnout at the Lego store.
I heard something about. I saw the
Yeah,
Lego.
people were lined up for blocks.
Oh no!
That just happened. Blevins, you hit with one too before.
God, yeah.
You want to share with us what your little story? What happened to you today?
Well, I mean that one was definitely, that one topped the charts. No, like I was saying that like you asked to put a story on something that made us happy today, and I said like I was cleaning out my pockets to do my laundry, and I found 82 cents and the last of a Mentos pack. So now I got money and my breath smells sweet.
Yeah, I think that's great. Billy, you heard the one about the minister, the priest, and the rabbi standing outside the bar.
No.
Huge sign on the door: closed due to COVID-19. Rabbi says, "Well, that kills it for this joke."
Oh, I can't wait to go back.
I love that one.
No,
I just love that one.
Or Old Bean, you and I meeting at the diner.
Indeed.
Right?
Good times.
And Brian, I don't know if you know this, but in Billy's tick story, he used my favorite bar joke.
Yes, I did. I totally did.
Yeah, two nuns walk into a bar. You think the second one would have ducked?
And then I used my Witherspoon joke.
Yes.
People liked it. It made people laugh.
Well, you draw an excellent tick.
Oh man, I heard like a ham sandwich walked into the bar, and he goes, "Hey, bartender, give me a beer." And he goes, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
All right. Well, then that guy, that's followed up by guy walks into a bar with an alligator under his arm. The bartender starts to freak out, and the guy says, "Hey, do you serve lawyers?" And it's a non sequitur, right? So the guy says, "What?" He says, "I said, do you serve lawyers?" And the guy says, well, yeah, we serve anybody. And he says, "Okay, I'll have a whiskey. Alligator will have a lawyer."
Well done. See you guys, everyone out there. Thank you all. Needleman, good to see you, brother. 34. Yeah, that's Buddy Lord. Over $34,000 in 5 days now. Are we?
That's pretty great.
That's great. That is great.
And in all seriousness, hey, can you run the video? Are you that techy?
I believe I can. Yep.
I think you ought to blow it up and run it
for
for
the audio first. Hang on.
Yeah,
I'm going to stop sharing and I'll check.
Yes, Renee, I am in Arkansas.
That ought to be a great Christmas story.
Old Bean, I can.
I think you should. I think you ought to share because I think people ought to see this thing. Because if there's somebody here who hasn't yet.
All right, guys, let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see. Here we go. Hang on a second. I got to find the button. Hold it. There's the button for me to do that, though, to show the video. December 1941, the United States officially enters World War II. A war which raged across Europe and the Pacific for over 5 years. But the previous April, a young writer artist working under the name Tarpey Mills broke through a very particular gender barrier in the color world of comics. June Mills, who used her middle name Tarpey as it sounded masculine, created Miss Fury. First featured in the Sunday Funnies, but known to the history books as the first published action hero created by a woman. And boy, what a hero she was.
And I'm very proud of it because it was drawn by a woman. This is the original book. Being the second woman to bring it is fantastic.
Flash forward 80 years or so, and here's me, Billy Tucci, working on the return of Miss Fury, exclusive to you, our backers right here on Indiegogo. An important graphic novel that has a very special place in my heart, presented to entertain our readers, but also to honor the character and her creator.
I cannot reveal too much today, but stay tuned. I will be posting a lot of things on my Facebook and social.
I take honor very seriously. And believe me, it's my honor to befriend the surviving family of Tarpey Mills. It's been a great honor to spend time with them and to talk to them about this project and how I intend to honor the legacy of her work and to honor the existence of this great underappreciated character. Maria Laura Sanfo, Cece Dela Cruz, Asha Kishna, Mindy Lockton, everyone at Dynamite Comics to bring you one hell of a Golden Age adventure that fits perfectly into the spirit of original continuity with original characters. It rekindles the spirit of the Golden Age and sees the return of one of the most influential characters in comic book history. Again, thank you for your time. Please pledge, please share. Peace, love, Fury strong.
You should have muted yourself there, Billy, because we were getting a little bit of echo. But it actually made it sound like we were in a stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, first time I ever did it. Apologize.
But it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. We know what's going on.
We know what's going on.
We know who to blame.
I blame Nalscala, everybody. I blame Nalscala.
I think why not? He's not here.
If he was here, we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have had that echo.
Yeah, I apologize.
Look at Heroinberg's comment.
All right, hang on. Let me. I'm going to share the screen again. Give me a second.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. Heroinberg. Where is Heroinberg? This one?
Yep.
Is Echo. Oh, you scamp, Heroinberg. Here we go. Here's Michael Needleman has another thing. Wait, no. Where's Michael Needleman's joke? Oh, that's one of yours, Old Bean, isn't it?
Well, my version of that. I love that joke. My version of that is a zebra, a horse, and a donkey walk into a bar. Bartender says it's some kind of joke. That's my existential bar joke. Yes. So thank you, Michael Needleman.
Thank you, Needleman. Let's see what it says. I got a campaign going too, Buddy Lord, but I'm a new creator. I have great art, though, and a darn good story. The story is going to be released via light novel on Amazon as well. Well, by George, Buddy Lord, please post a link and we'll share it. All right? Share your link in the comments and we'll get to it and we'll share it out across the fruited plain, across the interwebs.
That's the one with email, right?
Say what?
What?
That's the one with email.
Now Mob Seat. Now everyone's coming. Now Mob Seat saying it's not lettered twice because of the echo.
Oh man.
Tough room. It's a tough room.
Tough room.
Dude.
Oh, I gotta tell you.
Oh, we're in a room of savages, I tell you, savages.
Oh man.
So I have a crazy question for you guys that I will probably never get to ask because I have both you guys in here at the same time.
You'll live to regret it.
What is your top 3 sci-fi movies? Top 3 sci-fi movies. Ooh. And you can't use the title out of the same universe. You know what I'm saying? Like if you choose Empire Strikes Back, you can't say Star Wars also. So what's number 3? What's number 3 for you, JC?
Silent Running.
Silent Running?
Number 3 for me would be Alien.
Alien, the first one, huh?
Yes. How about you?
The first one for me would probably be
the third one. Third one.
The third one for me would probably be The Last Starfighter.
You know, I tried watching that, and I think because I'm older, it was just stupid. I thought.
I think I'm a gamer. That's probably why it stuck with me so hard.
Yeah. It just seemed kind of cheap, not done so great.
What? Dude,
I don't know. It just seemed cheap.
CGI was amazing for the time.
Was it? Was it better than Ice Pirates?
Oh God, yeah. Ice Pirates was pretty good though when they were going through time.
Yeah. All right, what's number 2, Old Bean?
I'd go with Aliens.
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 And you know, in all seriousness, you have to say that's science fiction action adventure. It's not super science fiction-y.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty intriguing.
Yeah, because I would then go with Terminator 2.
Terminator 2 as your number 2?
Is that sci-fi adventure?
Yeah, it
actually
is. So
that's definitely it.
All right, Doctor.
Okay, T2 as my Terminator 2, and then would have an honorable mention film.
Okay, well,
Okay.
hang on.
We'll do the honorable mention. My number 2 was Logan's Run.
Okay.
Okay,
Someone actually
largely
posted.
filmed at Forum 303 Mall in Arlington, Texas,
Did not know that.
and the Water Gardens in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought
All right,
Logan's Run was pretty
Old
awesome at the time.
Old Bean, what is your favorite sci-fi film of all time?
I have to say the original version of The Longest Yard.
See, I thought that.
That's
See, I
not
would say that's
sci-fi.
actually- I would say with Adam Sandler playing a retired NFL quarterback, or I would say that was more science fiction.
More so than Burt.
I could believe Burt Reynolds as a professional football player. I cannot believe Adam Sandler as
Adam Sandler was very as a professional quarterback, and Adam Sandler was a tremendous water boy.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I for me, though it's clearly science fantasy and not science fiction, Empire, by far.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
nice.
Yeah,
That's definitely a good one.
Yeah, I stayed away from Star Wars just because I figured somebody else would get it. But my favorite science fiction film is Planet of the Apes.
You know,
Oh,
in all seriousness, that I view that as it's a thing by itself.
I agree.
Because you and Paris and I have had this discussion, and the fact is that I am a nearly lifelong comics book guy, and I've been a Planet of the Apes fan longer than I've been a comic book fan.
Yes,
nice.
I
Yes,
literally
me too,
remember.
me too.
I literally remember Doug Coffey, my childhood best friend and next door neighbor, standing down in his yard, and I was on our porch looking down about one story down at him, and he says, "Planet of the Apes is going to be on TV tonight." And I literally remember what I was thinking right then. It was 1970, the first time it aired on CBS, and I had no idea what it meant, but it sure as heck sounded cool.
Yeah.
and I watched it, and I was like, it was, oh man, and either sadly or happily, my life has never been the same.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, and you love actors and films, and you may have your favorites, and and I love say of favorite leading lady. I loved Olivia de Havilland in The Adventures of Robin Hood.
Of course,
Right.
But I gotta tell you, Linda Harrison in Planet of the Apes. My God, I mean that is my end all gal. I think.
Nice.
There's a great line in the movie Free Enterprise, which if somebody hasn't seen that out there, I totally recommend.
Yeah.
Where they say that Nova is the greatest woman in science fiction because she's scantily clad and mute. And of course, the woman in the scene totally objects, and it's a great scene because you can hear a guy saying that, right? Right. And that, but we were at what was supposed to be a Battlestar Galactica convention with 6,000 attendees in Fort Washington, PA, back when we were. I don't know if you've seen on my Facebook page, but I've been posting Realm Press flashbacks because it's our 20th anniversary of back then.
That was 20 years ago?
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Oh my
We're
God.
old.
Oh
And the amazing thing was that there were 600 people at this convention.
Oh no!
And, it was. We spent all sorts of money.
Were you one of the promoters or?
No. We were there as Realm Press to sell Battlestar Galactica comics, and we had even done special editions for the show and all that crap. And we flew in Ostrich to help us sell, and because we were 6,000 people, we can't handle that.
Right.
And so Mark Haynes and Jim Kohoric and I combined sold roughly $43 worth of comics.
Oh.
And Ostrich sold 557. So we made $1 a head for everybody at that convention. Only Richard Hatch had a guarantee. So him and us were the only ones that made money. But one of the guests was Linda Harrison.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Yeah. And when we came out of the hotel, which is a whole nother story, we could actually do an episode of the show just on this convention. I kid you not. It is so hysterical. But the shuttle didn't show up. And so we offered her a ride over to the show, Mark Haynes and I. And so I pile in the back and she sits up front. And we get to the show and she gets out. And Mark looks at me and goes, "Can you believe that? That was Linda Harrison in my car." And I said, "And all the kids will learn to talk."
Yeah.
And she, it's like, and she was seriously still beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And you met her a couple years, about a year later at the Pittsburgh show, right?
Yep. And she walked up and she saw the big giant she. We had a 15-foot high she.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she's like, "That is beautiful." And Debbie and I were like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Debbie had no idea.
And she had such elegance in the way she carried herself. It was very old school Hollywood.
Yes. A movie star. I mean, just
absolutely.
Hang on, I gotta turn this fan on. Hang on.
Really?
Yes.
We want to hear about what you do with your fans? I don't know.
Well, I had Rock and Damo here all weekend.
Hold on, I got to give my number one before you started to.
Before we get out there, and then we have to ridicule Mob Seat for not liking Planet of the Apes sequels.
All right. Well, yeah, that's right. We apologize, Blevins.
Man, what are you trying to pull here, man?
I don't know, bro.
I'm just gonna duck down behind my sign.
Why you? I'm at you, bro. I'm at you.
So anybody who knows me already knows what the answer to this question is. But it is absolutely Flash Gordon is my favorite sci-fi
of
all time.
Don't you feel awful? Don't you feel awful? You didn't see that in the movie theater?
Yeah.
That Ming as a psycho.
Yeah, I feel horrible that I didn't get a chance.
Ming is a psycho.
But whenever they get time travel perfected, I will.
There you go. You might have seen it already then.
I don't even know how that. Yeah, I don't even know how that works.
Because you would have seen it already.
Man, let me tell you this. So I had a store in North Little Rock, and I had talked to Erin Gray at at Wizard World Los Angeles. I talked to her at Wizard World Los Angeles, and Sam Jones was supposed to be there, and something came up to where he wasn't able to be there. So she got me an autographed Flash Gordon picture and sent it to me.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was like, man, that's so awesome. So she got it, and then an arsonist burned my complex to the ground, and I lost my picture.
That's horrible.
You lost your picture?
Yeah, and my whole business. But I was more upset about the Sam Jones picture.
Well, Sam Jones, he's a really, really friendly guy. I got to meet him, and we swapped I gave him some books, and he gave me some autographed drawing, to my kids, signed it to the boys. So he's at shows. Really, really sweet guy. You'll see him again, Blevins. You'll see him again. Can you guys hear my fan?
No.
Okay, good.
Wasn't that your fan?
Thank you. Wasn't that our fan?
I thought I was your fan.
What's your honorable mention films, gentlemen?
For science fiction, honorable mention. That's a really, and because there's just so many to choose from.
Too many to choose.
And it's probably, when you get into the honorable mention category, you're probably going to get like Beatles song. You ask me today, I'll give you one answer, and you ask me tomorrow, I'll give you a different answer. I really, and I know Hollywood likes to talk about being a bomb. I love John Carter.
John Carter, Warlord of Mars?
Yeah. I thought it was really good. I wish it had been faithful, but it captured the flavor of John Carter. And and they put no marketing muscle behind what was a really decent film. And I think that they had their reasons for, politically for wanting it to fail, and it didn't have anything to do with the movie itself. And just that's my guess. Hollywood has that kind of stuff go on periodically. But I really liked it. I love, that's an ego thing, but I love picking a film that everybody else underrates, and there's all sorts of, like I said, you ask me tomorrow, I'll give you a different answer on that. Because there's so many that are on the threshold,
Yeah.
What about you, Billy?
I'd have to say the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers
Ooh.
Ooh,
with
man,
Dana
you
Winter.
talking-
Dana
that-
Winter. Oh
that
my
scared-
god!
You know that
the-
scared me as a child.
Oh yeah, it scared the
Oh
hell
yeah, I
out
was
of me.
terrified. I was terrified of it. Like
by
I would say what
communists.
it is, but I don't want to. I don't want to do a spoiler alert for anybody in the chat who hadn't seen it.
Brilliant film.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You know,
Yeah.
Heronberg throws out two that I totally agree with and that could be on my list, and one that I don't care for. Outland, which is Connery,
Yeah.
and it's basically High Noon in space, and it's just freaking excellent. Francis Sternhagen in a great supporting role. Peter Boyle as a jerk, and then he talks about Solaris. I don't care about Solaris, but Fifth Element, Luc Besson's Fifth Element is really great.
Really, I can't. I don't know. I
Oh,
saw it
man,
in
what's
theaters,
wrong with-
and
what's
once
wrong
that
with
woman started singing at first, and it was great, and she sang for like 15 minutes, and it totally took me out of the film. That's just my personal opinion.
You didn't have okay. So Ruby Rod doesn't take you out of the film, but the singing woman does.
Yes,
Okay. Guess we know what we're talking about here.
I just
How
found
about
it.
you, Doctor?
I would say I would probably go a little newer for my honorable mention, and I would probably go with Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise
Heck
and
yes, heck yes.
yeah.
boy.
I thought
and
that
you know
movie
what?
was
And
incredible.
you know what? Some actual science fiction actually occurring there.
Yeah, that could be my number. That could be my number 3.
Yeah,
you gotta go by decade.
See, that's the great thing. That's the great thing about honorable mentions. Like Soloff loves the remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, he does. Oh, I liked it.
Yeah. I think there's all sorts of great ones.
Yeah, I think I agree, Bob. See, I think what happened was John Carter. They tried to put too much in it and they tried to make it this big, huge, production. And it got lost.
I got to argue that. I got to argue that point. I'm receptive to the argument, but I got to argue the other side of it, and that's this: they put nothing into the marketing of that movie. So you will never know whether it could have found an audience or not.
Well,
except that now it has online.
Yeah, it has the best, worst marketing in the world, with all the negativity that was gone into it from people who didn't understand it. But I mean,
didn't see it, and even the studio itself, and that's what makes me say that they had a purpose for that losing money. And listen, there's all sorts of politics like that. You have, in some studios, you'll have it where like the movie was developed by the previous head of the studio, and that guy's gone or that woman is gone, and so they've still got to put out the movie, but they don't want it to do well because it's from the last regime. And you see this with TV networks when they change management too, and like they'll cancel a show that was great because the previous people brought it on. It's so weak. Oh, look at Heroenberg there. Valerian.
Yep.
Wow. I like Valerian. Matter of fact, I'm not talking about the movie. I like the comics.
I didn't see Valerian, so
it is Luc Besson's least movie.
Least Luc Besson movie.
It's different.
It's different. Yeah, it's damning by faint praise there. I'm a big Luc Besson fan, and it was very not good. But of course, I judge everything against the the original La Femme Nikita.
Yes,
not the horrible American remake.
Hey, thank you very much. I agree.
What was great is Ostrich's roommate and I forced him to go see that at the one of the art house theaters over in Dallas, and he was screaming, "I don't want to see a French movie!" And when she's doing the first assassination, and she's in the kitchen, and the exit is bricked off, the exit that they had told her was there, and she's down behind the island in the kitchen, and she kicks out the magazines on the pistols, and reloads. I looked at our friend Todd and go, Kevin's in love.
Oh yeah, man. She got that dress on and the pumps and oh yeah, little
Yeah.
hottie.
Yeah. And she was in a later film. She did. I've never seen her in a lot of movies, but she was in what was the one called? She plays a vampire in Pittsburgh.
Yes, she did. She absolutely did.
And strangely enough, the cast includes Robert Loggia and Don Rickles.
Don Rickles.
And
last time I saw a mouth like that, I had a hook in it.
And the late Russ Cochran.
As opposed to the late Robert Loggia and the late Don Rickles.
No. Well, Russ Cochran I actually knew. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Russ was our publisher for our
Innocent Blood. Marvin Wayne.
Innocent Blood. Thank you. That's correct.
Thank you, Mr. Wayne.
And Russ was, of course, the publisher of the EC Comics for many, many, many years. And the fact that those things have survived and become, popular in multiple generations, we owe largely to his efforts. And he was a little crazy too. He quit a 10-year job as a physics professor to publish EC Comics.
Wow.
Well, that's dedication, though.
Yes.
And no one, who would have known that about Robert Loggia? Oh, you're not talking about Robert Loggia.
No, we are not. We're talking about Russ Cochran.
Of course.
Good old Russ Cochran.
In film?
He was. I think he was like a wino or homeless guy or something like that.
Oh.
But he was friends with John Landis.
Okay.
Who directed that movie.
Is he a Pittsburgh guy, Landis?
No.
Baltimore?
But it's funny is I always referred to that movie. The reason I can't remember its title ever is I always referred to the movie as a Parisian vampire in Pittsburgh.
What's on the agenda for tomorrow, Old Bean?
Oh, price guide stuff. Lots of price guide stuff.
Lots of.
Yep, price guide. Price guide number 1, the facsimile edition. I think the hardcover's sold out. I think Gemstone. I think we've got about 12 copies left, but I think it's sold out at Diamond, and it comes out tomorrow. And the softcover's doing well, and the signed numbered edition is allocated. We have our edition size is 100, and we got 207 orders. So
wow.
Yeah, we packed them with knives so people could fight over them.
Nice. Gonna be a lot of bloodshed.
Now we're coming down the final stretches on price guide number 50, and
when's your printing? When's that going to print, Jeff?
We're actually trying to figure that out. We'd actually be on press now under normal circumstances,
right?
But given the COVID situation and trying to give a little extra time for retailers to order. I'm waiting on a schedule right now from the printer. They're supposed to give me 2 options, which then I'll confer with Diamond and make up my mind very quickly. And so probably, next couple of times I'm on, I'll have an answer to that question.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do a show on it. I'd love to do a show on the price.
I would love that. It's the disappointing
50th anniversary.
Yeah, the disappointing thing for me really is that we're not going to get to celebrate the 50th at San Diego like we had planned.
I know.
Bob Overstreet was going to be a guest. We had some good stuff planned. We are going to do a panel with them for their Comic-Con at home.
Aside from the panels, was there going to be a party or anything like that?
Yeah, we had a bunch of stuff planned, and it's really unfortunate.
And the TUCCI'S would have been invited to said party?
Well, probably your wife.
Thank you.
I would have been invited.
But if you were at San Diego, we probably could have worked something out.
I think we worked something out to get Blevins in. Well, let's make a plan for everyone next year.
Now we'll be doing 50
San Diego Comic-Con
plus 1, and and I think you've got to say it's pretty freaking amazing that one guy's been doing the price guide for that long, and that Bob recognized this need in the marketplace, and really the first couple of decades of solidifying, the real value of back issues. Listen, there's a lot of people that put out catalogs. There's a lot of people that did early price lists and data collection and things like that. And you can't overstate the impact of historians like Don and Maggie Thompson.
Oh yeah.
And people who are spreading the word. But man, I'm not saying that nobody else would have done a price guide, but Bob's the guy that did it. And this guy has done this price guide for 50 years. And unlike most price guide people, he's not a dealer. You know, so he really was pursuing the truth as in a very conservative way of not reacting to something that was like really hot for 10 seconds.
Right.
And he did this amazing thing that is the foundation of the whole back issue market. And in my mind, he's never going to get enough credit for it. And for me, I worked with Bob for 25 years now. So I've been there for half the guide's life, which is just weird. I grew up reading it, and now I run the day-to-day operations, and it's just weird. And it's a blessing, man. Because I mean, if you can't look at that and say, how unreal is it that I get to do this? You're not enjoying your job if you don't feel like that periodically.
Yeah. How did Bob start the price guide? Do you know?
Yeah, hand press.
You did a facsimile edition, so I'm sure you.
You want to know something really cool? Buddy Saunders of mycomicshop.com.
Yeah.
Advertised in the second printing of the first price guide, and he's our back cover advertiser these days.
Really?
Is that amazing? That's another guy that had a huge influence on it, and I worked for him. He was my first employer in the comic industry.
Wow. Is that the store owner?
Yeah, it used to be Lone Star Comics. Now it's mycomicshop.com. They're the largest internet dealer. And I got a lot of while everybody else was closed, I got a lot of my milestone books from him. Nice. I'd order each week. So every week I had new comics coming in.
Well done. Well done.
But Bob was a coin collector. And the coins had the red book. And he recognized that we needed a price guide for comics. And he saw the need and spent several years talking with other people that were serious-minded collectors about how it should be done, what should be involved, all that kind of stuff like that. And he worked out how maybe it should look. But all along he was hoping somebody else was going to do it. Oh. And the funny thing is, when he did the first one and it started selling, and he said every day he'd go to the mailbox and there'd be another check for another book. And then of course he had to do the second printing. He didn't really know. He started doing the research right away, but he didn't really know he was ever going to have to do another edition of it, because he waited till they thought prices had stabilized. Yeah. And what's really great is looking through the price guide one, is that if you look at it, and what's really what I didn't know when I was soliciting the facsimile edition, Bob actually drew this cover.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
But if you look in it, Action Comics #1 is the top of the guide, $300. And I think I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is in number 50, but I know that there's been a sale for 3.2 million for 9.0. So it's pretty amazing.
Do you have any price guides with you? Do you have any price guides with you, like easily accessible, like a 1995 price guide?
I've got this one, and no, I don't. I have last year's, and that's it.
I would love to look at and see how much action was in 1995.
Well, you can go through the book and see the evolution of the 4-figure, 5-figure, 6-figure, and now 7-figure Action Comics. Also Detective Comics 27, which was the second book to hit that. There has been a sale of Amazing Fantasy 15, but that was a one-off, and that hasn't quite been sustained yet on the sales of other copies.
And it was only an 8, right? It was only an 8.
But it was a very high grade, but it's there's still room to surpass it. And the other one that just happened recently, we almost had Captain America. I think it topped at 940,000 in a heritage auction. And I really, I'm a Cap fan, so I really wanted that to make it. But Marvel won with the Torch story and the Submariner story. And I think that those will be borne out over time. I think those are probably pretty good buys. But the great thing about being the price guide is it's not about my opinion. It's about whatever the market tells us. Yeah. So just because I think it's time for something doesn't mean it is.
How big is your team of advisors?
We've got about 120, and I'd say about 100 of them are active. There's some that there's a handful whose contributions are so outstanding over time that we would never not list them. But we're getting a little.
One of your advisors still?
Well, I'm not going to talk about anybody specific.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you, there are people who
I didn't know if they were public or not. So
who don't? Yeah, oh, absolutely. They're listed in the back of the book every year. They're most of them are photo illustrated, who they are, and a lot of people. The thing we do is we try and have a mix: dealers, collectors, historians, and other historians and other information junkies, I should say. And there like I started to say, there's a bunch of people who've made contributions over the years that are so indelible that I would never take them out of the listings, even though they're not active in the hobby anymore. They may have retired or what have you. There are other people who will come in because they're all excited. They grew up with the guide. They say they're going to be active as an Overstreet advisor, and they never send in a market report. And after a couple of years, I got to cut them loose. And that's always unfortunate because, that the enthusiasm that they came in with, but when it comes down to it, the guys that sit down and do these great market reports and give you their insights, and that's taking time that they could be selling comics,
sure,
or cataloging their collection, or buying comics. Yeah. And so you really got to appreciate when they take the time to sit down and share their insight for you, particularly the more successful they are, whether as a dealer or as a collector or as a historian, you got to appreciate when they do that kind of stuff.
And is that true that Nicolas Cage is a Hall of Fame advisor for the Overstreet Price Guide?
No. Is it true that he played Superman?
No.
Well, there you go.
If he did play
Goat Rider.
He did put on the suit, though.
Yes.
Yes, he did put on.
Yeah, he had the suit made for him.
Yeah, the little regeneration suit.
Yeah. Kevin Smith was so funny in that. When he saw Wild Wild West and he had the giant spider.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
And he's talking about who was he? Who was he? The guy said, "I've had about 500 fights in my life." What a jerk off that guy is. Who is that producer? The hairstylist that went out with Cher.
I don't know the answer to that.
The producer of
Peter Gruber.
Peter Gruber. What a
Peter Gruber.
No, is it him? I don't think it's him.
I don't know. Maybe the other guy.
No, it's not Peter Gruber. It's a guy that
maybe it's his partner. At any rate, there's a great question here from Mob Seat.
Let's Mob Seat. Yes,
great question here from Mob Seat about talking about how the price guide price is determined. Well, Bob Overstreet, in consultation with these advisors, and it's still Bob Overstreet from Price Guide 1 through Price Guide 50. Bob has surveyed catalogs, sale lists, auction prices, online prices, anything we can document, and has come up with the prices. We had somebody stand up at the 40th anniversary panel at San Diego and try to suggest that we had fixed prices, which of course is not only illegal but stupid for a price guide to do.
Yeah.
And while I was formulating some political answer, a guy in the front row raised his hand, and I'm like, "Yeah, go buy me some time, dude." And I didn't say that out loud, but that's what I was thinking. And he gets up and says, "Hi, I'm a scientist with the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in NASA, and I've analyzed the price guide over the last 40 years." And then he got some mathematic formula why the price guide is always eventually right. And I was like, thank you very much. Next question.
You're the greatest. And thank you, sir.
If I had a bottle of champagne with me, it would have been that guy's for sure.
There you go. Yeah, because I remember there was some of that with some of the other magazines. Remember, a lot of the magazines popped up. Not going to say any in particular because I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm accusing them, but there was a lot of that in the 90s. Early 90s into the early 2000s that these magazines would pop up, and some of them were accused of that.
Well, listen.
Isn't that what killed PGX?
Listen,
PGX, I think. Go ahead.
I got to say, I don't think, I don't want to speculate about any businesses, but I will tell you that, the practice of pricing things higher before they even come out, it's manipulative, and it's something we'd rather be wrong and have the lower price than try and be. John Peters is right. He was Gruber's partner.
What an idiot.
Herrenberg, which 2018 edition of the guide?
What did you ask, Goldbean?
I asked Herrenberg, which he says 2018, his color artist, their cover artist colored the cover of the guide. I just don't know which edition, because I do several covers each year.
18.8. Who is the cover artist for 2018?
You'd think I remember this stuff.
I think
was it you?
I thought it was 2019. Well, I was 2019 for the.
I think you did the ticket.
No, I did the Flash homage.
No, that was way
Flash
back
123 homage.
That was like
right?
that was like 900 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly 900 years ago. Today. Man, I get to do a whole bunch of product reviews
Jason
tomorrow.
Wright.
That was
EBS. Yep. Well, let me find that. Hang on.
That was Ethan's cover, and it. Man, what a great cover! That was one of, I always rank my covers, my success with the covers, against Bob. That's the thing that motivates me every year. Bob had Don Newton do the first art cover, and Don is, eminently capable Batman artist, great DC artist, good storyteller, not Hall of Fame caliber for most of us. I happen to love his stuff. But then number 5, Joe Kubert, Tarzan. Number 6, Will Eisner, The Spirit. And then number 7, Carl Barks doing a Warner Brothers character, Porky Pig, because he wasn't allowed to draw Disney characters that year.
Oh, really?
Like somebody at Disney had a seizure or something. I don't know.
Oh, gee whiz.
But so that you look at those 3 in a row, and that's what I rank myself against. So when I get a call from Bob, and he tells me that he always wanted a Flash Green Lantern team-up cover, and he's so psyched that I got that, and he thinks it's one of the best ones ever. So I felt really good about that one.
Job well done.
Yeah, and that really did have good colors on it. It was just amazing. Also that same year, and the reason I was asking is because Ryan Sook colored his own cover that year, which was the Planet of the Apes cover.
Yes.
Which, man, it's not easy, because you're still doing new ones and you're still love all the ones that are getting done. But when I finish, that may be my favorite one, because like I said, I was a Planet of the Apes guy before I was a comic book guy. Planet of the Apes magazine helped get me into comics.
Yeah.
And that cover, and Ryan did beyond exactly what I asked him to do on that. I said, try and get 4 of the movies in, and he got all 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we both had a lot of circumstances going on with things in our lives, his DC schedule, all that kind of stuff like that. And the thing was like, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? We were down to the wire. And of course, the finished piece is just one of the all-time greats. And I felt very comfortable saying that. Billy, your cover on the Big,
yes,
the Tick.
Which one?
Tick was number 47. And then I guess she would have been number 49.
Yes, 49.
Yep. Last year.
I got one right here.
And Both of them are outstanding. I think the one that has, I think that the Tick one is more charming.
Yes.
And because you put a lot of thought into it,
Yeah.
and Mark Huseman dropping all those covers in
Yes.
on the finished product. Our
so it was
creative,
Mark that did all that.
all our creative director. He designs every one of, with a handful of exceptions. Like Darwin did the logo on the Captain America cover for number 40. Ryan Sook did the Planet of the Apes style lettering cover logo on number 48. But other than that, almost always Mark builds a custom logo for every version of the book. Not even every year, but every single cover gets its own logo.
Nice.
And
Outstanding.
and so he sweats the details on this stuff, and it's really cool. Well, gentlemen, I need to go.
Yes. Well, I think we've been going on for over let's see how long we've been going on for.
An hour and 16 minutes.
Hour and 16 minutes and 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 second. No. All right. Old Bean, good to see you. I will talk to you tomorrow, Old Bean.
Indeed.
Thank you for joining us for this delightful show. Brian, you want to hang out with me for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing this tomorrow. My TurboGrafx 16 Mini.
Hang on. Let me pop you out. Hang on. How do I do that? Hang on. I don't have. I'm working on my. Oh, here. I apologize. There you go. TurboGrafx. What the hell is that?
It's it's used to be a gaming system that kind of competed against the Super Nintendo back in the day. It had like little cartridges for the like a little card as the game, and it ended up introducing a CD-ROM drive afterwards, which is pretty cool. And then also I got an HP Omen laptop from HP that I need to kind of probably do a review on.
Are you reviewing that on the Pop XP?
I might be sharing it to the Pop XP, but I have to do it for the people who asked for it first.
Oh, okay. All right. Terrific.
But yeah. Gonna do some reviews. I have a bunch of stuff to do reviews for the show. Like I bought I've been getting all these retro video games in. Like I got just a couple of things recently. I got a Final Fantasy #2 and a New Horizons. But one of the coolest things that I got recently is a out of stock or out of print Wildcats, the complete cartoon series on DVD.
Oh, far out.
It took me a little bit to get it. So, and yeah, I have, you've seen my big giant wall and stuff of all the movies and stuff I have. I managed to get this. Got two other cool things in. I got Justice League Outsiders from the new Justice League series that was on DC, DC Comics.
Yep.
So I got that on Blu-ray, and then I got just an old school Funko limited edition Walking Dead, the complete 5th season on Blu-ray.
All right.
With the limited edition Daryl Funko Pop.
The limited edition Daryl Funko Pop. Well, let's revisit our campaigns.
Definitely.
Let's check out Miss Fury, see how it's doing. Give me a second.
Smirch that like button. That's right. Smirch it.
Smirch the like button, guys. Please give us a subscribe. Here we go.
34.
Yeah, boom.
21.
Yeah, we're up. We're up a couple $100, it looks like. Thank you, guys, for those of you out there who subscribe to Miss Fury. I guess we'll be making an announcement soon for our next stretch goal. We got some fun ones. We were throwing around some fun ideas over the weekend.
That's right.
And I spoke with Maria today. She's having a ball of a time, and hopefully this Thursday, Maria will be joining me Thursday for lunch, which will be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with Asha Kishna, hopefully, and with Cece Dela Cruz, our colorist, and Debbie too. It's going to be the Team Fury. So we're going to have the gals are going to take over the Pop XP lunch hour.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, we hope you guys could join us, and they're going to talk about their influences. They're going to talk about the project, and it's just kicking butt. I'm so proud of it. We're over, like I said, we're almost at $35,000 in less than 5 days. Thank each and every one of you guys. And it's just wonderful to see this character being brought back. And our mission for this book, Blevins, is that people will never, ever forget who June Tarpe Mills is ever again.
Nope. And you want to know what? Like all the stress for this. I mean, like there's going to be a little bit more stress, obviously, but the whole stress of actually getting the book funded and to get it printed is behind you now. Like, so now all you get to do is just talk about how incredible this is. I mean, you have a dynamic group of insanely talented women doing a woman, basically a woman superhero book. I mean, like it's
yeah. Well, the funny thing is that we had no idea. I had no idea that it was all these women and me, all these ladies and me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never even put that together. We just, picked, first of all with Maria when we first did Miss Fury. We first announced it. This is the Joy Division that was going to be periodicals, floppies, back 2 years ago. But the scheduling just didn't work out. There was just too much going on, and our schedule didn't work with Emma's schedule. So we ended up having to shelve it and can it eventually. But you know what? It just seems everything is working out. This is the time to do it. I think there couldn't have been a better time. June Tarpe Mills deserves a prestige format for the book. It needs to be. Yes, Team Fury, James, absolutely. It needs a premier format, 100-page graphic novel as a complete story, and also that I was able to befriend the surviving members of her family, of June Tarpe Mills, Miss Fury's creator, and how much it means to them. So it's been an incredible journey. I'm so excited. Maria's excited. Everyone at Dynamite is. It's a great experience, Brian. I got to tell you, and I'm just so happy, so proud.
You just said something that's actually kind of interesting to me. Like you said, it got shelved. Like how long ago did you write this?
2 years ago, almost. Coming on 2 years. Yeah. So, but it just wasn't the right time. It wouldn't have had the impact it's having now either.
Yeah, and also, I mean, what a great time! Like right on the back of The Hunters, which was that great Amazon series.
I know, I got to see that.
About Nazi hunters. I mean, and then you have a book that's, yeah, dude, it's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it's pretty great, and thank you all for that. So I'm going to also share the screen. I'm going to see our next book. Let's see how the She campaign's doing real quick.
That's cool. When are you going to announce the Brian Blevins variant cover?
Oh,
or one of these.
Don't give too much away, Blevins. Don't give too much away.
I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna draw it real quick.
Don't get. Oh no, you're gonna draw. Oh, look at that! All right.
I can't draw it. I don't have any blank paper. All right. I'm gonna draw
it. And she, she is over 106,000 on Indiegogo alone. 220. Thank you. That's in addition to the $70,000 we raised on the Indiegogo. On Kickstarter. What I forget is that the Kickstarter campaign was only 21 days. Too. We didn't do a full month campaign. So thank you guys for that. But I want to show the Miss Fury video, and I'm going to mute my
definitely.
I'm going to mute my mic this time so everybody can see the video. So let's go back to Miss Fury, and let's play the video. And then first of all, I'm going to mute myself now. Hang on. I gotta cancel first. Hang on. So I'm going to mute myself. And I'll open up Miss Fury. I'm going to share the video. So hang on.
No sound at all, Billy. Nope.
When I mute, okay, listen. First featured in the Sunday Funnies, but known to the history books as the first published action hero created by a woman. Boy, what a hero she was.
and I'm very proud of it because it was drawn by a woman. This is the original book. Being the second woman drawing it is fantastic.
Flash forward 80 years or so, and here's me, Billy Tucci, working on the return of Miss Fury, exclusive to you, our backers, right here on Indiegogo. An important graphic novel that has a very special place in my heart, presented to entertain our readers, but also to honor the character and her creator.
I cannot reveal too much, okay? But stay tuned. I will be posting a lot of things on my Facebook and social.
I take honor very seriously, and believe me, it's my honor to befriend the surviving family of Charpey Mills. It's been a great honor to spend time with them and to talk to them about this project and how I intend to honor the legacy of her work and to honor the existence of this great underappreciated character. Maria Laura Sanico, Cece Dela Cruz, Asha Kishna, Mindy Locken, and everyone at Dynamite Comics to bring you one hell of a Golden Age adventure that fits perfectly into Miss Fury's original continuity with original characters. It rekindles the spirit of the Golden Age and sees the return of one of the most influential characters in comic book history. Again, thank you for your time. Please pledge, please share. Peace, love, Fury strong.
Sweet.
That's pretty awesome, dude.
Dude, that's pretty badass, huh?
Dude, I think it's incredible. Like, I've seen it like a couple times. I want to tell you, man, you're the main picture of her swinging and shooting the gun. You know, like I don't know. I thought that was pretty brilliant, but man, the first, you know, when you scroll down on I'm talking about Miss Fury. Of course,
yeah, I'm gonna go back to Fury. Yep, I hit the wrong screen. I apologize.
Yeah, but
getting late, Blevins. I've been up all day. There
dude, man. Yeah, you don't have to yell at me.
Let's get out of that. Well, I don't want this dumb video. Hang on. Let me stop the screen. Hang on.
Here you go. There's the sketch for the Brian Blevins.
Dude, I'm digging that, bro.
Nice.
Very nice.
So dumb.
Okay, let's go into that. Now I can share it. Hey, we made even more. Oh, we did. We got even better. We just got it looks like we got a backer. So thank you, guys. Thank you, whomever backed just now. Let's go to Miss Fury. All right. Thank you all.
You know what I think should be a poster? Either her swinging with the fire and everything, or that very first picture with the blimp above her and the fireworks going off behind her.
No,
I think it's such an incredible, like powerful just scene. You know?
Yeah. And there's more to it. I'll even show you some of the images that Brian's talking about. Is that they're not even finished. That's not the final color, too. Because Cece or Ceci, I got to say you pronounce her name probably. Ceci's been adding stuff to it. So where is that image? Do I have it here? Let's see. I'll scroll down. There it is. Here it is. It's got to be some more spotlights, more color. So there you go.
I mean, dude, how crazy is that?
Yeah. And Maria's amazing. She's an amazing artist. There's no bones about it.
Dude, I mean, that looks
really hit it at the park with her. I really lucked out having her. And then look at it. Ceci's colors, just gorgeous, just unbelievably gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Here's the other. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, and you can just see, and it's cool too because she drew her so confident. Is how she was in the later issues to around this time, 1944, as opposed to in the earlier in the earlier issues and Sundays. That she was very insecure and kind of materialistic, and now she's a pantheress. She really is. So, thank everyone out there for supporting Miss Fury. I think we're at 220 when we went on, and we're doing pretty good. So I appreciate that. Everyone at Dynamite Comics appreciates it. And for those of you wondering what I'm doing here, I am fulfilling. I'm doing the fulfillment for She of all our stretch goals. As Jeff was saying, the least glamour, the unglamorous part of crowdfunding that so few people see. when you're a cartoonist, is sitting here too packing boxes.
God.
But I love it. I got to tell you, Brian, I love it. Love it, Dr. Blevins.
Dude, I think it's amazing that you're actually sitting there doing it. Like, usually
Well,
they
who
get,
else is going to do it?
well, usually people get firms to handle their stuff. But I mean, like the fact that you take hand quality, like you hands-on approach literally to making sure that like when they get something, I mean, 2,500 you signed of that book.
Yeah.
2,500 you hand signed.
And we got to bag them too now. We bagged about, maybe about 500 of them were bags. We got another 2,000 to bag. And I have my camera so far away here, and just because I had the boxes here that I'm grabbing all the trading cards. I'm just going to finish this bag, and I think I'll have bagged at least 200 of them while we've been on. So I think I did. I bagged 200 while we were on. I think it was 200. I opened a pack of 100, and I'm finishing up that pack. So, Brian, when we're done with that pack, we'll say adieu to one another until tomorrow, shall we?
Dude, not a problem, man. I'm here. I'm here for you, Billy.
Dude, I'm here for you too, buddy.
Dude, man. I definitely, number one, I couldn't let you go on by yourself.
Yeah, because I'm incapable. I don't. I wouldn't know what to do.
Man, you're like, what am I going to do with my hands?
What am I going to do, man?
Like, it'd be like 2 hours of you bagging.
Bag him and tag him, Herrenberg says.
Right.
Have a good night. Good night, Michael Needleman. Good to see you, buddy. Good night, Canuck. All right, we'll finish up. I just got to do. So, what show are you going on, and what time are you going on to the show tomorrow to talk about your stuff?
No, it's a video that I'm going to send in to Konami. They're the ones that produced the mini, so I'm going to do a review. Even though they sent review copies to everybody back before the lockdown. So, like I got mine super late. But I mean, like I'm so far behind. I mean, I still haven't done anything with Mortal Kombat 11, and they've already came out with an expansion for it.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I'm like way behind.
James. What's up with that, buddy?
I don't know. Like I told they send it out of the blue, and they try to give you things to entice you to do it. Like for example, here, let me pull it out and I'll show you. Oh man, don't want that to fall. So they sent me the premium edition of Mortal Kombat 11 back when it came out. So
okay.
I got it a little bit before it came out, and they also sent me the big giant controller, like the actual arcade joystick.
Nice.
And they're like, hey, if you wouldn't mind, would you do a review on this for us? And like normally I would, but I mean, I really didn't feel like playing that game, and I had a lot of other stuff going on. And I kind of had stepped out of the whole streaming and playing games online. So yeah, like I guess I'm gonna try to get back into it and possibly do some gaming on the Pop XP channel.
Okay.
I think that might be pretty good. Do it through Twitch and then share it on YouTube to see how that equals out.
You think you're going to be able to play well? Like you think you got a little bit of rust on? You got to shake that rust off?
No, I still play. I just don't go online and stream and play.
Oh, you do? Why not?
Oh, yeah. Man, because when I play I'm basically right now what I'm doing is I'm playing up pickup games, and the Hearthstone Battleground, the meta keeps changing, and like I was all the way up to like 10K in points, which I think like up near the top is like 13,000, and if you have a good run all the way through, like you can get like 100 points. But if you lose at any point, you can lose like 100 points. So you kind of got to get fourth place to kind of break even.
Okay.
And I guess I didn't understand the new meta, and I lost a crap load of points. So I'm down to like I'm down like into the 7,000s right now.
Bro, you're like a noob.
Yeah, well, it's just not understanding the meta. That's all there is to it. Like,
right.
It's an auto battler, so you get your pieces together, and then they attack the other people at random.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. But yeah, man, and I still got to finish getting my stuff together so I can possibly send it off to go get it edited. And
Hot damn.
man, dude, like got a lot of good stuff going on.
Well, I'm looking forward to you sharing some of that stuff on the Pop XP on our show here on our channel.
I should be going up to the store tomorrow, and I'm gonna take the GoPro and I'm gonna do a big walkthrough of all the arcade games.
Yeah, see, that would be great. I think people would love that. It's a lot more exciting than watching me bagging, 2,500 trading cards.
Yeah, the only thing is it's just me, and I don't know. I think it'd be cool, but I mean, showing off all the stuff that I have in the store still, that I'm looking at possibly getting rid of this week. Like it's a lot.
When do you get a co-host? Get someone that's like a co-host that maybe you think would be better on camera than you if you don't feel like doing it. Like a host. A host or a hostess,
Yeah, I think I kind of micromanage stuff too much to be able to let that go,
Right.
If I'm gonna put my name on it, I wanna make sure that I controlled it. Like if I win, I want to be the one who won. Like if I lose, I want to be the one who lost.
I hear you.
I don't want to have any other kind of things that maybe that
No, I meant for the
Other
video, like when they're looking at the video games at the store, not when you're playing your online stuff.
Well, probably what I'll do is I'll video everything, and then I'll come home and I'll edit the video and I'll do a voiceover.
Yeah, that's what I watch.
Splice it into, yeah.
Yeah, I watch Jengar. I watch, if you saw when the video ended, it's like World War II. He plays War Thunder with all the World War II planes, and that's what he does. He plays a game, and then he'll talk about it afterwards. He's like, hello, everybody, Jengar here.
I used to play an online game called World of Warships.
Uh-huh.
I had 3 World of Warships.
Yep.
It's like an actual, like, you control the warship and you got to blow up the other ships. You're all at sea, and all the different ships do all these different things. And they have a world of tanks and a world of planes.
Yeah,
and they're all free. They're all free to play. So
that sounds like fun. I'd like to. I just don't have time. I really don't.
Well, I mean, you keep printing such awesome products, man. I mean, you keep putting out such great content, man. Like how? Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying, bro. I'm rhyming and stealing like a beastie boy.
TUCCI
Trooper patches. All right, Brian. I have one more bag after this, and I think I am going to call it a night.
Well, dude, I think we had a great show tonight. Definitely thank everybody who interacted with us in the chat and told us about your favorite sci-fi movies, and just followed along with all the just time fill that we did today. So
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Awesome.
And then we'll visit the Miss Fury page and the She page one more time.
Definitely.
To see how they're doing. And again, thanks each and every one of you. Last bag. Yeah, I think I did 200 during the show. How long have you been on for?
An hour and 38 minutes and 27 seconds. I really do think you should try to do a poster if it's not that expensive. A poster as an add-on for that one picture, or even both.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, because it is such a fascinating picture. Like the one with her swinging towards the frame, and then the other one with the blimp.
Yeah, they're fun. It's fun. I'm loving what I'm doing. I got to be honest with you, buddy.
I guess those were dirigibles.
Yeah. Yep. It's exactly what it is. It's a dirigible. Exactly.
Yeah, dirigible.
All right, let me go get ready to
blimp like an idiot.
What's that?
I said blimp like an idiot.
Yeah, no, that's
I know
all right.
the difference between a blimp and a dirigible.
You know what it is. You know. All right, here we go. Let's do. You want to do She first or Miss Fury?
Let's do She. Let's do She first.
All right. So thank you guys. We're at 106,220. Thank you all very much, TUCCI Troopers out there, everybody in Indiegogo. It looks like we're thinking about ending the campaign on July 1st and ending it. But then again, so we might just end it and not keep it in demand and just really end it and just move on to the next one. because Debbie's got to do the orders for how many books we do. So that's our plan right now. I'm not exactly sure if we will or we won't, but that's where we're leaning towards, is ending She on that day. And that's it. That's it for the book. You will not be able to get it anywhere else. We might break them up into individual issues and put them out in Diamond in 2021 as floppies, but that's not confirmed as of yet. And then if we stop share, let's go to Miss Fury.
Thanks, Mobsy. Yeah,
There you
shipping
go.
probably is brutal.
There you go, Miss Fury. We have is that 25 days left?
Yep.
Thank you all. 34,000. We're coming on 34.5. Thank you all. We got a lot of great stretch goals planned that'll be coming out. Really fun ones, original ones, and they all pay homage to June Tarpe Mills. So they all going to be reflect. Yeah, they reflect the old. Her comics and ads that were in the comics and things like that. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. So I would like to thank each and every one of you. Let's put just you and I, Brian. There we go.
Cool.
All right. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining me and Dr. Blevins right here. Fanboy Blevins. Return of the Blevins. Thank you, buddy. Your haircut looks good. I'm hoping to get one myself soon.
Yeah, I was definitely not gonna get on camera, but I had to be here to support this guy.
You had to be here or be square.
That's right.
Be there or be square. All right, guys. So I'm going to run out with a little She video,
Nice.
and then we'll hit with the Pop XP, our little sign off. And
Yep.
everyone have a great day. So thank you, guys. I don't have a Miss Fury little video loaded up. That's a good idea. I will throw the Miss Fury video up on here too in the brand. So thank you, Brian. I'll talk to you tomorrow, brother. All right.
Definitely. See you later, Billy.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
See you guys.
Please hit the like button. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, smirch it.
Smirch it and subscribe. Thank you.
Smirch it.